This episode brought to you, like so many others, by a meme. Allow me to share it with you from the dad, wife teaching son. You can't just wing it your entire life. Me later to my son when we're alone. You actually can just wing it. You just can't tell people that's what you're doing. Okay, but that's totally true. Like, do you remember how old you were when you realized everyone was just fucking making it up?
What the hell's going on out here?
What's up? Welcome back. Dr. Taylor. Another episode. Fueled by spite. Want to make a confession. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally making it up as I go. I'm asking for advice and assistance and opinions, but generally speaking, in the most honest and true sense, I don't have a fucking clue what's going on ever in anything. Parenting, husbanding, businessing, podcasting. I think that's a parent. I don't know what I'm doing. This episode brought to you, like so many others, by a meme. Allow me to share it with you from the dad, wife teaching son. You can't just wing it your entire life. Me later to my son when we're alone. You actually can just wing it. You just can't tell people that's what you're doing. Okay, but that's totally true. Like, do you remember how old you were when you realized everyone was just fucking making it up? Because I do. Like I literally I remember maybe not when people were when people were making it up. The summer after my freshman year in college, I decided to go become a door-to-door salesman. There's a buddy in the dorm, Jesse Miller, rest in peace. Um, he had done it the previous summer. He was a sophomore, I was a freshman. He's like, hey, I went down to Texas and, we sold these books door to door. It was a 3-volume set, V3, we called it. In all actuality, this might have been my first foray into brainwashing and indoctrination, save for maybe the Catholic religion and Boy Scouts. So third time's a charm. Either way, we went and sold stuff door to door, and I remember what they told us to do is they brought us down to Nashville, Tennessee. They gave us a crash course in these books. We got put out in Palmdale and Lancaster, California, with nothing, like literally fucking nothing. If I had my car and some cash, and they're like, okay, when you get out to wherever it is you're going, go door to door and ask for a place to stay first. Holy shit. Okay. So we went door to door. We asked for a place to stay. We found this place. This can be its whole episode in and of itself. The lessons I learned this summer. I call my folks every now and then. And at the beginning of the summer, they say it's start in the lower income neighborhoods. Middle of the summer, you're in middle class. End of the summer, you're in the upper class neighborhoods, because it gave the low income people more time to save up money. They give you a down payment. They pay for the books at the end of the summer when you deliver them. And I remember talking to my folks and just being like, because what this job afforded me is it afforded me an unmatched opportunity to meet people. And not only meet people, but meet people who weren't from where I'm from, who didn't grow up like I grew up. I grew up in a small white town, and I met a lot of people who weren't white. Crazy, right? What? I know. It's the weirdest thing. But the amount of times, regardless of skin color or income status or neighborhood location, the amount of times that I was lied to and just plain forgotten about, just blown off, blew my mind. Like when I just kind of sat down and collected my thoughts for the summer at the end of the summer. And I realized, like, I'm 19 years old in the high desert, they called it. And I had introduced myself to a couple thousand people in 3 months. And I realized everyone's just fucking making it up. Like, you talk to your folks when you're growing up, and don't get me wrong, my kids absolutely see me as a superhero, and I make sure of it. Daddy knows all. Heck, some of my patients see me as a superhero, and I make sure of it. Dr. Taylor knows all. But in all reality, spoiler alert, everyone's fucking making it up. Well, if they're making it up, then how did you become a success? Haha, that's a good question. How did I become a success? I run one of the best chiropractic offices in Dallas, Fort Worth. Single doctor, one guy. I'm that guy. And it's one of the best offices here at DFW. It's got nearly 400 five-star reviews. I've got a staff of 4. We make over $1 million with one doctor. We're open 26 hours a week. We've got 5 people, and this place makes over $1 million. In all reality, we're going to eclipse 1.5, possibly even 2. I've been in business for 10 years. How the fuck did I do it? If I've just been making it up as I go. Like, go to your chiropractor. Ask them how much money they make. How much money does their office bring in? And I don't say this entirely to boast. There's a little boastfulness in there because I'm really fucking good. But go to go to a chiropractor in your town. Ask them how much money they make. How much does their office bring in? How many people do they help? How much do they donate? How much money? There's a good question. How much do they give away? Give away a lot. But how did we do it? How do we become a success? I'll tell you what. You need one thing. Generally speaking, one thing and one thing only. Is this right here. This is the Papermate. Papermate 1.4 millimeter blue ballpoint pen. It's my favorite pen. I have boxes of them. I like the way it writes. It's smooth. It's thick. It leaves like a thick line on the paper. This is how I did it. What did I do with this? I put this thing on the paper and I wrote stuff out. Now that I write stuff out, then I saved it. This episode here again, sponsored by? Sure, I'll take sponsorships. Inspired by a meme. Everyone's just winging it. I mean, I have had coaches and have coaches, had coaches. I've had previous coaches, past coaches. I'll have future coaches, friends, acquaintances, things like that. People that I bounce ideas off of. But again, nobody's done what I've done, how I've done it. And every other person that's been on here that's been a success, nobody's done what they've done, how they do it. Jen, the massage therapist, Seneca, the mover, Kaylin, the gym owner, Evan, the other gym owner / fighter, Colton. Like, we're all doing it our own way. And because we're all making it up as we go along. I did it with this pen, put it to paper, and I wrote stuff down. The office we are currently in is at 6248 Davis Boulevard in North Richland Hills, Texas. We moved in here May 7th of 2020, right at the start of a pandemic. What I'm holding in my hand here is a postcard I wrote to myself, post dated May 7th, 2018. I was in a different office, and I was capping out at its volume, but I put pen to paper. So, Taylor, how happy are you that you now have the office layout you've been thinking about forever and having a $750,000 per year practice? You are a fucking dude. Killing it. Underline, exclamation point. This is post dated May 7th. I moved in 2018. I moved into this office May 7th, 2020. Put the pen to paper and wrote it down. And it happened. Here's some note cards. Note cards that I wrote on. I found these the other day. Again, if you've been paying attention in any way, shape, or form, going through remodel, I'm still organizing. The flood happened 7 months ago. It is currently 7/21. It happened on 12/25. And I am still organizing, reorganizing, finding stuff. And I found a stack of note cards that I wrote stuff on. I put pen to paper. I now own my own building in 2022. I bought this building in 2021. I have forgiven those who have let me down and live rent free in my head. That's not entirely complete yet. I'm now getting paid over $1,000 a week. I beat that a long time ago. I'm now collecting $100,000 a month. Our best month is 150. I'm now attracting 60 new patients a month. We do that routinely. I now collect $1 million in 2022. In 2022, we did $1.3 million. I now have a net worth of $5 million on or before my 65th birthday. I'll tell you right now, I'm not even close to 65, but I'm halfway there. Read that one already. Read that one. I now have $1 million safely invested. Getting there. What are these? It's pen to paper. That's the tip. That's the tip, the trick, the life hack. Man, kind of brought the energy down. Just sitting there reading my note cards. Maybe for you, but not for me. Like literally, like Napoleon Hill. You need to have a burning desire, and you need to have a clear, precise picture of what you want in your life. I want my life to be better. What does that even fucking mean? What does better mean to you? Better doesn't mean shit. You got to be precise. You got to write it down. Coming back here. This here, for those of you watching on the YouTube, is a stack of what are called orange cards. Previous coach had us do this. We do this at our seminars. This is the Winner's Edge Tory Robeson orange card. He said it was proprietary. It's really just your goals on a card. And I say that kind of facetiously, if you will, but at the same time, it is this stack of cards that has made me become a success. Again, been in business for 10 years. I opened February 2nd, 2014. Here's a card dated 6/8/13. I'm now happy and thankful that my practice is open by March. I opened February 2nd. I am seeing 40 patients a week. Got that taken care of. Now we see over 300 a week. My practice is running smooth. That's a stupid goal. What the fuck does smooth mean? That's not precise. I stay calm and focused. Also, this is fucking dumb. What? That's not a goal. Then he had 3 categories: love, health, career, and money. Love. Married, living in our own place. Well, we got that now. Oh, that was one of them in this stack here. Oh, it was the next one. Fuck, I should have just kept going. I now have I now have enough money saved for a down payment on my house by December 31st, 2022. We moved into that house February 9th, 2022. It's all what you write down. That's the secret. That's the tip. That's the trick. Well, how often do you write these down? Again, for those of you watching on the YouTube, here's a stack of orange cards. I'd go to 4 seminars a year for 9 years. Here's 36 orange cards. Each one of these, the goals have changed and improved. We go here. Let's see, 2015, I've collected $200,000. Yep, got that beat. 2016, I've now collected $300,000. Got that beat. 2018, $450,000. 2019, $500,000. 2021, I said I wanted to collect $800,000. That's the year we broke $1 million. Oh, I say we. I mean, me and my girls, me and my 4 people, my 4 walls. Hell, when we did that, we didn't even have 4 people. We had 3 people. How much do you write stuff down? How much do you draw pictures of things? There's nothing I can show. I'm not going to get up and go get them, but there's a file folder full of graph paper with little boxes on it. And those little boxes are in the orientation and dimension of this office. With little tweaks, little changes. This wall's moved a foot, that wall's moved a foot, but it was drawn over and over. And I shit you not, there's more than 100 sheets of paper in there. All of them with slightly different drawings and variations. pen to paper, wrote it down, made it become crystal clear. What is your secret to success if you're just making shit up? It's this fucking pen. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing, but it is so incredibly easy to become a success. It really is. Because it's just little things done repeatedly. And one of those little things is just an absolute, unequivocal, unapologetic fucking refusal to say no. No. Fuck it. No. Absolutely not. I'm going to win because I fucking said so. You want to come with? That's cool. We'll bring you with me. We're doing it my way. My way involves a lot of writing. It's just that simple. It really is. Start writing stuff down and write it down over and over and over again. Write it down. Draw it out. Tell as many people as you can. Type it out. Because the more you write it down and the more different ways that you can put pen to paper, hand to keyboard, voice to ear, the more ingrained it's going to get up here. Again, those in the audio world, up here. Here means head. You got to convince yourself you're going to do it. And you got to put it in your mind and in your brain as many different ways as you possibly can. To the point that you actually fucking believe it. Because if you don't believe it, nobody else is going to. And sometimes you got to remind yourself. You got to remind yourself with 4 different orange cards a year for a decade. You got to remind yourself by mailing yourself a postcard that just so happens to be dated on the fucking day that it comes true 2 years later. You got to remind yourself by writing it down in a book that you get from CVS. You got it, man. You know why this podcast is already a success? Because there's already, at the time of this, there's 10 episodes that are online, and there's another 6, 7, 8 that are waiting to go online. I've already recorded more than 90% of people who decided to do a podcast. All because I wrote it down one day. Go to Office Depot. Look at the pens. Get one you like. Write with it. And go on Amazon. Buy it in bulk. Get yourself some note cards, a notebook. Start writing shit down. And when I say shit, write down the stuff that you want to do with as much detail as you want it to be done. Make that clear mental picture. And then write it down again. And write it down again. Write it down again. And then you hold these things as fucking trophies. Find someone who's filled up a fucking notebook. They're not out there. I'm not kidding. You will learn more here by accident than elsewhere by design. And it's so much easier than people think it is. And I am absolute 100% proof that you can just fucking make it up and make it work. Once again, right here, fueled by spite. Like, share, follow. Appreciate you guys. I'll be back. I go write some stuff down.